I betrayed my best friend, and I'm not sorry. Danny's cousin Wendy grabbed my arm at the party and pulled me into the hallway. She was drunk and her hands were shaking. She said she needed to tell me something about Danny, something everyone knew except me. I asked her what she was talking about. She looked at me like my whole life was about to end and said it started at my engagement party. The night Danny pulled Kira aside for an hour. I remembered that night. Danny smiled and hugged me when I announced the engagement, but his eyes were wrong. I watched him pull Kira to the bar and talk to her for almost an hour. My gut twisted, but I told myself it was nothing. Danny was my brother. 23 years of friendship. Same sandbox at age 4. Best man at his wedding. He held my hand when my mom died. He would never hurt me. Wendy asked if Kira started acting different after that night. My stomach dropped. She did. Kira started checking my phone when she thought I was sleeping. Asked to see my bank statements out of nowhere. Questioned where I was when I came home late from work. One night I caught her going through my emails and she finally admitted Danny had warned her about me. He told her I had a secret gambling problem, that I owed money to dangerous people, that I was hiding a whole other life from her. None of it was true, but Kira believed him because Danny was my best friend. Why would he lie? I confronted Danny back then and he laughed it off, said he was testing her loyalty and she passed, that I should be thanking him. I let it go because that is what I always did with Danny. Wendy asked about Vegas. 2 months before the wedding, Danny threw me a bachelor party. 12 guys in a huge suite. Everyone drinking and gambling and having the time of their lives. The first night was perfect. The second night I blacked out after Danny kept handing me drinks. I woke up to him standing over my bed recording. There was a woman next to me I had never seen before, barely dressed and passed out cold. Danny said, "Relax, it was just a prank." Paid her $200 to climb in my bed. He showed the video to everyone at breakfast and they all laughed. I laughed too because what else could I do? He promised to delete it and I watched him do it right in front of me. 1 week before the wedding, Kira called off the engagement. She was sobbing so hard I could barely understand her. She said someone sent her a video of me in bed with another woman. I begged her to let me explain, told her about the prank. She would not listen. Danny had already told her I would try to blame him. He even called her crying about how he tried to stop me from cheating, but I would not listen. She blocked me on everything and moved out while I was at work. I came home to half-empty closets and her ring on the kitchen counter. That night I called Danny hysterical, and he came over within 20 minutes. He brought whiskey and sat with me until 3 in the morning. He held me while I cried like a baby, told me Kira was trash and I deserved better, that he would always be there for me no matter what because that is what brothers do. For 6 months I was a ghost. I barely ate. I stopped going out. Danny was the only one who checked on me, the only person who made sure I was still alive. Wendy asked if I thought it was strange Danny threw me that Vegas party when he knew I barely drank, that he kept handing me drinks all night and just happened to be standing there with his phone ready, that a woman would climb into a stranger's bed for $200 and pass out cold. I could not breathe. Danny had been sleeping with Kira since the engagement party. The video was never a prank. He paid that woman so he could send it to Kira and make her leave me. He wanted her for himself, and he got her. Every secret he whispered to me over 23 years, thinking I was too loyal to ever use against him. Tax fraud, stolen money, other women. I knew everything. I drove straight to Danny's apartment. Kira opened the door in his shirt, smiled and said congratulations on the engagement. Then I handed him a folder with everything he ever trusted me with. Copies went out that morning. Danny jumped off his balcony 2 days later. I didn't go to the funeral.